Hello world, you guys know who this is. It's your favorite friendly neighborhood realtor, DC the Realtor, coming to you today from Rancho Cucamonga, California, the highly coveted, well-known Rancho Cucamonga that is. Today, folks, we are here. This is a condominium that we're doing an open house, okay? So I want to, of course, show you the layout and the inside, but I want to give you the particulars first before we go in, okay? Alrighty, folks, and there she is. So we're talking about a condominium here once again here in Rancho Cucamonga. This bad boy is going for $319K. All right, then, if you're interested. All right, so let's talk about these specifics. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 675 square foot home built in 1981. This is a condominium that I mentioned, right? And it's going for $319K. All right, then, so if you happen to be able to get an interest rate in the 7s, at the 7.2 interest rate, we're talking about 5% down with that. Then we're talking about a mortgage payment of somewhere around $2,700 per month. And that's the bottom line for most folks. They want to know how much is it going to cost me per month. $319K, 7.2 with a 7.2 APR, right? That's your best case scenario nowadays. You're talking about a 5% down payment. Again, you're talking about $2,700 roughly for a mortgage here every month. All right, then, and you're going to be building lots of equity because, again, this is Rancho Cucamonga. All right, folks. So once again, before I even get started, I want to thank you folks for watching. All right, you can be anywhere doing anything. You're here watching my channel, and believe me, it's greatly appreciated. All right, now let's go get to it, and let's go show you the unit. All right, then. So here is our entryway. Right, of course you have neighbors to the right and upstairs. It's a condo. All right then. And as we enter, we come right into the open concept. All right then. Let's zoom it in. Here's our open concept. As you can see, there's a very spacious patio. What's going on there? Alright, folks, so real quick, I just want to talk about the benefits of condominium ownership. Right off the bat, the most obvious benefit is the affordability. Much more affordable than 2-story homes, right, or regular residential properties because of the less area, square footage of the unit, right? More affordability, but yet you can still get in to get all the benefits of home ownership, like the equity, right, which is your stake in the property. Every time you make a mortgage payment, you're investing in equity in that property. As the property appreciates in value, that excess, everything outside of what you're paying for your mortgage, that's your equity. You can draw on that equity and use it to make investments, so on and so forth, okay? So another very good benefit of condominium ownership is like maintenance, right? Then usually there's an HOA. People frown about the cost of HOAs, but there's benefits of HOAs, like they handle the landscaping and the upkeep of the property, so on and so forth. And also, there's usually amenities, right? When there's HOAs, there's usually amenities like pools, gyms, so on and so forth. Okay, then, so very quickly, those are just a few of the benefits of condominium ownership. If you'd like to make an offer or take a tour or purchase this, make an offer, take a tour, or have any inquiries about this situation, please feel free to call the number at the bottom of the screen. I'll be happy to assist you. Okay, folks? Take care. Alrighty, so this is our patio space. Alright then, I think we're talking about 10 feet, about 10 feet. Alright then, and as we re-enter from the patio, here's what we're seeing here. Alright then, look, 1981 this place is built. That flooring, relatively new. Alright then, oops. Alright, so and this has been recently upgraded with laminate flooring, as you can see. Alright then, so here's the front door. Here is your dining area. And then to the right of it, we have a nice ceiling fan, as typical in these places, right? We have our kitchen, right? And of course, the standard things are included. There you have your microwave, you have your stove, you have your wood cabinets, okay? Very good condition. All right then, you have your sink, which overlooks the entryway here. I like that, that's a nice touch. All right then, so let's spin around and come on out. All right then, of course, this way we have our bedroom and our bathroom. So this is gonna be your hallway here. Of course, there's storage alert. And let's go to the All right, here is your full bath. All right there. You have your shower, and you have your lavatory. Right. Down payment is, of course, can't forget about that. I would be remiss, right? Definitely want to see about down payment assistance, folks. It's just what it is. Assistance with your down payment by some government entity that's there to help you with 3%, 5% of the loan amount to help you have a down payment, like I said, for that purchase. Okay, then and the down payment is very beneficial because it helps bring down the overall amount you're going to have to borrow from a lender, which is going to reduce your mortgage payment. So the larger the down payment, the less you need to borrow from a lender, the less your monthly mortgage. Simple math, righty folks, do me a favor. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll spin around and come on out. So once again, here is our very sizable full bath. And then right across this way here we have our master bedroom, folks. Bada bing, bada boom, money shot. There's our master bedroom, very sizable, 675 square feet this unit is. And of course, what is a master bedroom without a walk-in closet? There's shelving, all right then, and then space up top. Let's spin around, come on out. Of course, you can see on the ground there, this place is cable ready, all right then. So, if you're watching DC the Realtor, I can be found on Instagram at dc.the.realtor. I'm also on, TikTok at dc.the.realtor. I'm on Instagram also at DCW the Realtor. And you're watching me right now, I presume, on YouTube, DCW the Realtor. I'll go by one more look at the unit as we depart. Alrighty folks, so I want to again thank you for watching. You could be anywhere in the world doing anything, right? You're watching this video, so I know your time is valuable and I appreciate it. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you folks that it is essential that you employ a real estate agent if you're attempting to sell or buy property. I can't stress how important that is enough. All right then, there's a lot going on in real estate that folks take for granted. Okay then, and I would just simply say to you, you wouldn't go to court without a lawyer because of all there is to lose. This is going to be the most expensive purchase for most of us that we make in our entire life. So why on earth would you go into a situation like that without someone there to advocate specifically in your interest? Do yourself a favor. If you're going to buy or sell property, hire or call or employ a realtor. Right then, the DC the Realtor, of course, is at your service. Okay, folks? God bless. There she is once again, folks. And the particulars, once again, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 675 square foot, condo built in 1991. As you can see, very modernly updated, right? Very good condition, going for $319K. All right then, folks. All right then. Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, folks? God bless.